All right, man. I'm in relax mode, so I got my Nickelodeon shirt on. When I wear it, the kids be like, "Ooh, who are these characters?" Way before they time, man. But let's talk about a pro football focused writer believes the Lions have the best roster or may have the best roster in NFC North. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and I mean, as you know, I don't like the Bears, but I think the Bears got the best roster. But then again, there's an asterisk there because the most important position is a question mark. So then again, it brings them back down the ground to zero. I love Mac. I love it with Robert Quinn when he did with the Cowboys last year. Eddie Jackson. They added Gibson in the back end. Eddie Jackson might be one of the best 2 or 3 safeties in football. They dumped Prince Amukamara, so I don't know who their corners are, per se. But they got Trevecke in the middle. I love their defense, what they bringing. Offensively, I love Anthony Miller, Allison Robinson, Detroit guy, Jimmy Graham. So, I just think their defense is real, real talented. You look at Green Bay, the Smith brothers, can they duplicate what they did last year after what we seen, what they have on tape? Green Bay is a little bit soft in the middle. Love Jair Alexander. Wanted the Lions to draft him coming out. Rodgers, probably the best quarterback in the division. They got Aaron Jones. They got a rookie tight end, a second-year tight end coming in. Devontae Adams. They got a Detroit boy. Devin Funch is coming off an injury. So their roster is okay. You look at Minnesota. I'm just going off the top. Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks, 2 of my favorite defensive players in the league. Off-rip, Barr's okay. Danielle Hunter, massively underrated. They brought Tremont Williams back. Not Tremont Williams, but Trey Wayne's back. I think he's a Michigan State Spartan. Lost Griffin. Dalvin Cook may or may not be there. They might ride with Madison. See how he do as a full-time guy. Kirk Cousins, I'm not high on him. Thielen is pretty good. They lost Diggs. They brought the rookie in from LSU. So, you know what? I don't think this might be far-fetched. Sorry. I don't think this may be far-fetched for the Lions, man, to be honest. They may truly have the best roster in this division. But then again, you got coaching. You got the luck of not being injured. I mean, look at the Lions roster. If Okuda lived up to the hype, cool. I'm not Desmond Trufant is utter garbage, but I think Justin Coleman, I think the secondary be better if they get front end push. If they get a push up front, every phase will be better. And a lot of people got to develop. Stafford, Jones, Galladay, Amendola, Hawkinson gonna make a jump this year. Swift, I think Johnson gonna make a jump this year. So I really don't think it's a huge gap. This division is competitive. Black and blue division, we beat each other up. But the difference is this when you talk about the rosters. The difference is the coaching. I forget Green Bay coach name, but he got the boat pretty good last year. He did. Mike Zimmer, always got much love for Mike Zimmer from Cincinnati. Hard-nosed guy, my type of guy. And you got in Chicago, you got Matt Nagy. He's an idiot. So, it's going to come down to coaching. You know what I'm saying? And also, these last few free agent moves, you're going to have a situation where you're going to have some veterans get cut. You're going to have some transactions that's going to have to be made. Some undrafted rookies you're going to have to pick up and stuff of that nature. So, I don't really think it's that far-fetched just thinking off the top of the dome about, these teams. I think they all close together. I think the biggest X factor in this division, I think it's like 3 of them. I think the X factor is Aaron Rodgers truly old, and does he have enough help? I think the other X factor is the Chicago Bear quarterback position, and I think the other X factor is going to be Matthew Stafford's health, and and also for the Lions, can they run the ball? So I don't think this rider is too far fetched. They may not have the most Pro Bowlers. It might not be sexy, but the talent is there, especially offensively. They can protect Stafford and open up some holes in the run game. The Lions gonna come this year. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they learn to stop the run better. They learn to run the ball better, and that's the name of that's the basis or the basics of football. It's run the ball, stop the run, get after the quarterback. And if you can do those things, your quarterback can make a few throws, then they can be in the game. So, to me, nobody roster. Matter of fact, I was listening to the Will Kane show, okay, and I'm explaining why. I think this is his last show before he's fired from ESPN. He said he got picked up by somebody else. But I was listening because he was trending with Bomani Jones today over the NASCAR situation. And Bomani Jones kind of schooled him. And I was listening to that. Before all of that, somebody sent me the wrong link, right? So I listened to hour 3. I don't know which hour they was on. Somebody posted the real conversation on Twitter. But Will came and said something interesting. Or it was either him or Teddy Bruschi. And they say the NFC is wide open. It truly is. What roster blows you away in the NFC? People talk about Tampa. New Orleans, their quarterback can't throw over 20 yards. Or Drew Brees. NFC East is always a mess. Seattle 49ers. Okay, Arizona could be a sleeper team this year. But it's no dominant team in the NFC. I think Will Kane, and I don't really always agree with him, but he said he can see, it's 10 teams that can be in the playoff position. That's crazy, right? He says another 4 that can sneak up on people. So when you look at the Lions roster, it's all about system fit too. Is Sheldon the perfect defensive tackle they need to plug? Getting Deshaun Hand back was a huge help. Trey Flowers now got a running mate. He not the only pass rusher there. Deshaun Hand can get the job done because you didn't know when Devin Kennard was gonna come and go, when he was gonna go. Sometimes they blitz Devin, sometimes they didn't blitz Devin Kennard. So if they get consistent with stunting and sending the 5th guy every now and again, you know what I'm saying, it's there. You bring in Collins. You hope Tavai make that year 2 jump. If you don't, you hope it click in Jared Davis' head. If it don't, you hope Reggie Ragland can play clean up. If you ask me where I'm concerned about the Lions, completing the turnaround, I think every team in the NFC got this issue. Offensive line. Green Bay got Rick Wagner starting at right tackle. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings, they starting to clean up their line, but they struggle with protecting Kirk Cousins versus ferocious front sevens like the Chicago Bears. Look at the Bear game at Soldier Field last year. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, they lost Kyle Long. He looking to maybe go somewhere else and play again, but the Chicago Bear line ain't really been that good neither. So really, it's really a toss-up. This is a very, very winnable division, especially if Aaron Rodgers get injured or if Aaron Rodgers isn't as dominant as he is because they didn't help him out in the weapons department or whatever you want to say. This division gonna be an arm race. It's all gonna be about who can protect their quarterback. Real talk, and who quarterback can make plays. And this is probably the perfect year. Excuse me for the fireworks and the little dog barking downstairs. He got a personality of his own. But this may be the year that Stafford can conquer the North. I'm going to speak it into existence. Stafford should conquer the North this year. Stafford should conquer the North. He should conquer the North this year. He should. But they got to protect him. All these teams got the same issue almost. Protecting the quarterback. And Green Bay got better with that big back they got. Wasn't it A.J. Dillon? So, I think they're going to go to a more ball control type of offense. I think they're going to go to a ball control offense. And he gonna have them big receivers on the outside, Adams and Funches on the outside. And they're gonna probably go a lot of 2 tight end sets, 2 wide receivers, maybe 3 tight ends, 1 receiver, heavy set. So it's going to be interesting. It's not like it's a gap between these teams. Kirk Cousins and Stafford shot it out last year at Ford Field. I think when they played again, Stafford was injured. The Lions got gypped in Green Bay last year. You know what I'm saying? They played a close competitive game at Soldier Field with Jeff Driscoll at quarterback. Crystal Driscoll. All right? And then the last game they played, I can't remember, was it competitive? I know we lost it. Chase Daniels came and won on Thanksgiving. It was competitive. Kenny Galladay wearing a double route, a slant, stop and go, whatever it was. So, like I said before, the NFC North, everything is like this. And to create separation, you counting on some veterans to come. It's going to be whoever got the healthiest quarterback, the healthiest team, and they protect their quarterback the best, man. So, I don't think this pro football focused writer is too far off. I don't think it's a gap, a huge talent gap. I think what's going to decide, truly, the X factor that's going to decide this division is going to be coaching. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, query, sponsorship, video requests. Twitter's the fastest way. Then Instagram. Facebook, then Instagram. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Sorry for the mini chihuahua penetrative barking. I don't know, man. He be going ham. But hey, appreciate y'all love. Don't forget to check on the channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube. One time for the one time. We gone.